All right, racism. I ain't hooked up in all that racism shit. My motto is life is just be happy with motherfuckers. I ain't into all that racism shit. Racism ain't as bad as it used to be anyway, man. I mean, it's fucked up, but they don't call niggas niggas no more and shit. White people don't say it, especially when there's niggas around, so I guess I wouldn't know it.
College kids now are so politically correct. I mean, to the point where, well, I'll give you an example. We had interns at the show, college interns. And like the last year of the show when the interns come in and said, Mr. Leno, I'm getting lunch. What do you want? I said, I don't know. Where are you going? He said, we're getting Mexican. I said, I don't really like Mexican. He goes, whoa, that's kind of racist. No, it's not racist. No, being anti-guacamole is not racist, okay? You have no idea what racism is. That's not racist, you idiot, you moron. Talking about, like, the food. My grandfather, who was Italian, he only ate Italian food.
Gotcha.
And it was always amazing to him that people would eat out of their ethnic groups. Like, he would go, look at that Chinese guy with a hot dog. Look at that. A black guy with a bagel. A black guy with a bagel. A Korean guy with a pizza. Look at that. I go, Grandpa, it's not that big a deal. Really, it's not that big a deal. But
ridiculous arguments that MMA is somehow anti-woman. And fighting's not a man's thing, it's a human thing. To say that it's anti-woman, I think, is an anti-feminist statement. And the UFC, I mean, I'm the biggest draw in the sport and I'm a woman. How is that anti-woman?
You are the biggest draw, and like 14 seconds, as Charles Barkley was saying, and you're setting a record, breaking your own.
What's your favorite food?
Hold on, what was that for me again? What is it?
What's your favorite food?
What's my favorite food? Well, if I were to have Nicole stand up this time, I couldn't show you. Don't worry, you're gonna get that in 15 years and it's gonna be fun. I'm kidding, totally kidding. Said the same thing if you would have asked
me. He loves steak and vegetables.
Thank you. Thank you. That is the right answer.
He eats it all the time.
You've also said that MMA is the most pro-woman sport in the world.
It's true.
Why? Why you're so convicted to that?
Why? Because for the first time ever, there's no distinction between men and women in a sport. There's WNBA, there's women's tennis, there's all these W's everywhere. And just a few months ago, women were introduced into the octagon for the first time just as bantamweights. There was no need to put the women in front, because why they don't say men's bantamweight division, why do they have to say women's? And it's the first sport in the world to completely eradicate the separation. And so when the women are introduced in their titles, I'm the UFC bantamweight champion. I'm not the UFC women's bantamweight champion, because the guys aren't the UFC men's bantamweight champion, so they totally got rid of it. And it's the only sport in the world to do that.
I'm not a feminist. I hail men. I love men. I celebrate American male culture and beer and bars and muscle cars.
Walked up looking for racism, but my friends always told me, you better not go to Texas. They'll fuck you up. And when my modern day brother hear that shit, they be like this, what? They ain't fucking nobody up. Brothers act like they couldn't have been slaves back 200 years ago. It ain't like them motherfuckers like that shit. I wish I was a slave. I would fuck somebody up. Shit, tell me to bale some motherfucking cotton. I would have been on the street and shit. You would have came up and said, hey, yo, nigga, bale this cotton. Oh, said, suck my dick, master.
Like in superheroes, and a lot of Hollywood is coming out that the representation is very over-sexualized. What do you think about the portrayal in media?
Of superheroes?
Superhero
women?
Yeah.
I mean, the guys have like 16 packs. I mean, it's very much like an over-idealized idea of what, a human being should be. And so, I think that the male superheroes are overly masculinized, and, the women are overly feminized. And, I think that's just part of like the whole superhero universe, really.
I just feel like we're living in this country now where no one can make a joke. No one can have any nuance to what they say. We are just constantly hounded by the politically correct assholes out there who want to turn this country into a place that I don't want to live in. When I read those things that you did, you went to Katrina, you went to Pakistan, you went to Haiti, you actually are somebody who does something. I think most of these people on the internet, they've never done anything good in their life, and they want to feel like they're the good people. Yeah. And the way they feel like they're the good people is they find somebody who's the bad people. I'm a good person. I got rid of Donald Sterling. What a great victory.
Not enough black actors. In fact, none have been nominated for this year's Oscars.
Yeah, but there's loads of black actors. There's loads of black actors. And I think in the end, you know, you can't vote for an actor because he's black. And you can't just say, oh, I'm going to vote for him. He's not very good, but he's black. I'll vote for him. I mean, you've got to give a good performance. And just what a great thing about it is you don't have to go. Yeah. That's, you go, oh, God. I mean, especially the Oscar, you know, 24 hours on an airplane, I'm going to sit there clapping Leonardo DiCaprio.
So again, your message really to those non-white actors is be patient. It'll come. Be patient.
Of course it will come. Yeah. Of course it will come. I mean, you know, it took me years to get an Oscar.
We talk about separate but equal, but, you know, having even mentioned the Floyd Mayweather fight, they're walking away with, you know, hundreds of millions of dollars at stake. You being at the height of your sport, maybe make, what, $1 million at most per fight. Does that anger you, and what can we do to change that?
I don't like to talk about exactly how much money I make, but I'm extremely comfortable and happy.
You are?
Yes.
Okay. So
and, you know, if I got to a point where I had almost 50 fights, I would probably be making close to the same amount of money that Floyd does. But at this point, I have 11. So I can't expect it to be exactly equal yet, I don't think. I have to put more time in.
I got off the motherfucking plane, walked off, got up, walked up my bag, all my black shit on, black leather, big ass medallion and shit on like this. Little white dude walked up and said, "This your bag?" I said, "Yeah, it's my fucking bag." Why, motherfucker? A black man can't have a suitcase? This dude was like, what the fuck's wrong with this guy?
Just another quick one about Angela's question on equality just before. We've got quite a large pay dispute happening with our Australian women's soccer team at the moment. Is it frustrating for you as someone who's so prominent in your sport? And we heard you say on the Ellen show the other day you are the richest fighter in UFC, that sort of thing is still going on?
I think that how much you get paid should have something to do with how much money you bring in. I'm the highest paid fighter, not because Dina and Lorenzo wanted to do something nice for the ladies. They do it because I bring in the highest numbers. They do it because I make them the most money. And I think that the money that they make should be proportionate to the money that they bring in.
Crap out of Kim Kardashian, actually. Any girl who like is famous and idolized because she made a sex video with some guy and that's like all that she was known for. Oh, I got my fame from sucking dick. I think it's super stupid. Sorry, but it's true.